Boppy. Yeah. Hey,
Yep.
what's up, people? It is the Monday Night Special, the review show with yours truly, Talitha Kume, and my baby, Big Bobby B, brought to you by Food for the Soul Media Group here on Vegas Hype Media on Fremont. Shout out to Quan, keeping us live on FB, YouTube, and the Mixler app at Vegas Hype Media, and we are live on our FB page as well. So basically, we got a lot of stuff to say about a lot of stuff. Some stuff you may want to get in on. Some stuff you may not give a damn about.
Yeah.
Some stuff you may not know about, but we are talking about it here on the Monday Night Special, the review. And our disclaimer, as always, these are our opinions. They are not facts, just our opinions. If you guys want to weigh in, you can comment on our page at Food for the Soul Media Group on FB, or if you're tuning in on Vegas Hype Media, leave us a comment on the YouTube station. So we got to get into how your week has been. And
Well,
yeah,
man,
let's
hey,
do it.
last week, the ending of the week,
Yeah.
it was good. It was busy.
Yeah.
I feel like I just do a lot of work,
Mm-hmm.
just because I feel led to do it.
Okay.
And I don't know if, any of it's profitable or if any of it matters.
You think?
But I just do a lot,
Okay.
Uh, and then a lot of it, I feel, just kind of goes unseen because of what it is.
Okay.
It's not presented in the right market. So I just feel like, in a sense, it just feels busy
Okay.
because it's so much.
And you don't like that. I know.
Yeah. So, but outside of that, my week has been pretty cool.
Okay.
How's your week been?
Busy.
Super busy.
Just like yours.
Yes, ma'am.
Because of the event that we just had, or we hosted this weekend. And so my week after Monday was just, consumed with work, trying to make sure that this event comes off, kind of the way we wanted it to come off.
Right.
And I think that it was successful. We're going to talk about that later on in the show because we have a lot to say about it.
Man.
But shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to our girl PR, Kasha Brown, because she always is in the mix.
She is in the mix with Kasha Brown.
Yeah, and so it was very busy.
Yeah.
Very busy. Just had a chance to finally get some sleep last night, and then I overslept and almost was late to work.
And
I was late to work.
I wasn't finna bother you. I figured you knew what you were doing. I thought you were.
No, I was late to work. Not extremely late, but yeah, I overslept because I was so tired. So
yeah.
But yeah, so we'll talk about that later. But I want to get into the show and
let's
our
get into the
first
show
article that we found. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, first article that she found, home is where the heartache is for families who say their new Beazer homes are falling apart. Channel 13 investigates.
Man.
Their new Beazer homes are falling apart, and this is in North Las Vegas.
Do you hear me?
The excitement of moving into your brand new home, it's matchless.
Yeah.
And I can imagine what these people
Yeah.
experienced whenever they got into their new homes.
Yeah.
Floors was already cracked, ceilings separating, kitchen cabinets falling down, all of these nasty things. And it's like I said before, I think that a lot of these people are hired from the school of Home Depot parking lot. And they just get paid really quick to come in and do a piss poor job.
Yeah.
Because people are looking for work. And then now double that with all the pandemic and all the craziness going on. They're just looking for anybody. So
yeah.
This is going to be more. There's going to be more stories like this from Lori Williams, who did buy this home and had this issue that this article came from. There's going to be a lot more, I believe.
Well,
because of the people they're having hired, because qualified people are either figuring it out and working for themselves and going to do their own stuff for higher premiums, or they just can't find anybody.
But what happened to the days? This article talks about how her underground sewer pipe and her sewer pipe, it backed up and it
Mhm.
flooded her whole floor, and we know about that
Right.
because the
We've
exact
experienced that
same
first week
thing,
we were here.
yes, the exact same thing
Right.
happened to us. And then they gave her the same spiel about the pipes were not properly installed, they didn't clear the debris, and
Yeah.
they blamed it on the contractors, which, okay, you blame it on the contractors, they're coming in there and, like she said, they're putting a band-aid on problems
Right.
and different things like that. But at the end of the day, if you're the property management company or you're the homeowner, it's your responsibility because you hired these people to do work on this place that I'm paying you for. I'm not paying the contractor to do this. I'm paying you
Right.
to make sure that you get this in tip-top shape for somebody that's going to be spending $320,000 on a home.
I'm a homeowner who's barely holding on to owning these 10 homes that have issues whenever they have issues and this
Yeah.
and that. So I have to be able to find somebody qualified enough to do the work to make it pass inspection,
Right.
you know, and
So that's
sometimes them rates are astronomical. If you don't find somebody who's a brilliant contractor and developer like my father who will do it for you for 15 cents on a burger, you know what I'm saying, then you're going to be
oh my
SOL.
gosh. But
You
I
know,
just
everybody can't
yeah.
be that.
And
You know,
and I
so
and I get that, but I feel bad. I feel bad. I mean, the homeowner, I know that you have it bad as well, but you can't expect for people to be living in your homes and continue to pay you with issues like this. Like one of the homeowners, I want to say it was Williams, who
mhm.
said that she had to be living off and on at her home
Yeah.
in different families' homes, just like how we did
Yeah.
when we first moved here, because she can't even stay in her home that she just bought because the pipes burst and it's feces and everything
Yeah.
all over the floor. That's ridiculous.
Right. I know it's
It's
sad. You look at
ridiculous.
issues like this, right? And we deal with these issues that
Yeah.
we kind of had to. A lot of countries don't deal with stuff like this because they
Yeah.
didn't make this a problem. We don't have to worry about central plumbing.
Yeah.
You know, we still go to a bucket. We're good,
Yeah.
and we put salt over it. You know what I mean?
So we
So
should
it's
go.
like
We should go back to that.
not really, but it's
Lad-
kind of like issues that we've kind of created. Now we have to
yeah.
kind of.
LaDonna saying what happened to the inspectors, and I know for us, I don't know about the newer homes, but for us, the place that we moved into, we're renting, so we're not purchasing the home because the foundation is all leaning and everything. It's just a lot going on with it, but it
Leaning
had
house overlay.
it had not been lived in a while, so
Yeah.
I think that they probably did the inspection, got it processed enough for them to be able to put it on the market to sell. Then by the time we moved in, started using the restroom and stuff like that, it just got backed up.
But
we
LaDonna here on
yeah.
that end too, as these contractors, the
Yeah.
inspectors are also people who, I'm just looking for a gig really,
Yeah.
especially in hot Vegas, man. I
Yeah.
feel, like I seen them build that Amazon building in like 4 weeks. The whole thing, like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be working out here in this heat. And they put that thing up like
Yeah.
came out of a box and they pushed the button like on the Jetsons. So I mean,
Well, I still feel bad. I think that
Yeah.
I think the homeowners,
inspectors get paid to cut corners too.
and the homeowners should probably, if you're going to be building a home, I mean, if you're going to be purchasing real estate to buyers, that you should maybe know a little bit about plumbing and architectural
Right.
stuff yourself,
Right.
just in case something goes wrong. Because, like I said, at the end of the day,
Or have somebody in your circle that
yeah,
does.
like
Immediate
at,
circle.
yeah, at the end of the day, the homeowners are gonna come to you and complain. They're not gonna come to the contractor.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be able to find them.
Yeah.
They're gonna come to you and tear your stuff up or
Yeah.
try and sue you because you sold them, a lemon. Pretty much is what it is.
Right. That's the man. You're not going to get an Allen. Everybody's not going to get like an Allen. Who,
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Who
Yeah.
builds houses and then, I build enough of these. I should probably start flipping these.
Yeah, and
I
that's
can
exactly
take care of them because I already build enough of
right.
these. So,
And that's what he did. That was
Yeah.
our landlord back in Dallas. LaDonna said, "I'm getting all those certifications and naming everyone in the lawsuit." And
Man.
so she's so attorney. She's so
Yeah.
attorney. But yeah, so
LaDonna,
I get it. Yeah,
attorney.
yeah. So hey, keep giving us the
For
advice
real, for real.
on some of these stories. So I saw a TikTok video. This is my next thing that I saw
Yeah.
of a man breaking down in front of an abortion clinic because he had a baby getting ready to be aborted. And the tagline read, "Why do men have no rights in this country?" And watching the video, it somebody else posted it, and the comments were like people were just really almost just really teary-eyed with this man because he was screaming at whoever it was in there saying, "Don't kill my baby."
Right.
And he just kind of broke down, and I think it was some people outside talking to him. I'm not sure if they called the police on him, and the police were coming and they were trying to talk to him. But what do you think about that tagline? Why do men have no rights in this country? Is that true?
I think that men don't have the rights in this country that they don't speak up for. I haven't heard many stories about grown men who want to see babies stand, do what this man did,
Hmm.
all crying and everything at the abortion clinic. Nobody does that. It's normally like a group of praying people out there with pickets.
Right.
We need to close this clinic down. So that's with him doing that. Now men will be able to have rights and say, in that type of field or in that type of situation. I believe.
So you think he was a catalyst?
I think so.
Maybe.
I think that he did a honorable deed standing up for men who don't feel like they have a voice in that particular area, as other men have done in the light of child support or
Hmm.
any other crazy thing.
So maybe he should use that to his advantage after he gets over the fact that his baby was killed,
Yeah.
and he had no,
He should start a whole
he had no
foundation
say.
for
He had
men
no
who
say. So yeah,
who want to say, man, this ain't right.
Yeah.
I want to
right,
raise this kid. I don't want to have to deal
Right,
with this, man.
right.
You shouldn't feel like you need to run to this clinic to get rid of everything just because of it.
right.
So.
But the
And I think if
woman,
more men did
Uh,
speak out on that
yeah,
and did have the opportunity to speak out
hmm
in that area, those clinics would have been closed anyway. And
Yeah.
then there would be real treatment centers or real centers for people who need to do that,
right.
but not just you can just come do this just because you slipped
Yeah,
up on a
yeah,
Saturday
yeah. I
night.
had a one night
You know what I'm
stand,
saying?
and
That
now
type shit.
yeah,
Just people just overusing the system.
right. I agree.
So I think that he did a good job. Good thing, buddy.
So you think that men who speak up, if there's that one man
Yeah.
that speaks up for any issue, that it could kind of set a trend for other men to speak up after them, and
Right.
they're not afraid. Is
Right.
that what you're saying?
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
your rights will come in at that point?
Yeah.
Do you believe that for real?
I do.
Okay.
I think there has to be he might get beat up for this. He might be a martyr for this, but
Yeah.
there'll be a change after what he said and
Okay.
did.
Okay.
People are gonna look at it like, you're right, man. I never even thought that a man can go cry outside of an abortion clinic.
Yeah.
Who would even think a dude would care? He wouldn't be at the house playing video games, flipping Doritos. All right, you should get rid of the baby so we good get back to banging tomorrow type stuff. It's what you would think a natural, normal, dude would be thinking. You don't think he
Yeah.
would be doing this. So
Yeah. I can see that, and you guys know that I am an advocate for our men in 2021. I've always been, but it just feels like I'm gonna continue to say that they are being erased from this system, and
Yeah.
nobody seems to care, man.
Right.
All of us women, especially us black women, and I'm gonna talk about us for a minute. We're out here trying to get it, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been held down for a long time as well. But
Mhm.
if we're getting it on our own and not including our black men, we're not getting it. And that's just plain and simple.
Right.
We're not.
Right.
We can't produce children together. We just can't. So
Yeah.
no matter what you say, there needs to be a man involved. Whether it's his sperm or not, there needs to be a man involved. So come
Well, I
on,
mean,
y'all.
flashing some
Yeah.
dollars, always
come
seems
on.
a little bit cooler,
Yeah.
especially to the simple-minded. Just give me some
Well,
money real quick so that way I
yeah.
can feel good in the ghetto.
They don't have a right to say you can't kill my child, and no right to say I'm not going to take care of a child. I ask you not to have. Oh, to have. Okay, so do you really think that they give the guys a voice in that respect, Bobby?
No, they absolutely don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. After him doing this, they
Yeah.
will.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no. In that respect, we don't have a voice there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we will.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm praying that happens after that. And so I saw another. It was like a video, I think. And you guys know I'm always trolling because we do this show. So I'm always looking for good stories that maybe we haven't heard or haven't seen, and then sometimes talking about stuff that everybody else is talking about.
Mhm.
But this particular video, it's our good friend Candace Owens that nobody likes.
Right.
She's a Republican, a black Republican, but she gets on everybody's nerves. A lot
Sounds
of
like
things,
Gucci Mane.
yeah, a lot of things that she says though are kind of factual. It's just her presentation is real Donald Trump. Like it's like,
Yeah.
chick, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Yeah, she doesn't have
Um,
any tact. She
Yeah,
just
it's
says how she feels
just
it.
really like, okay, she
Right.
don't woo nobody.
Right.
But anyway, so she's talking about the education system or whatever. So she asks this question, and she says, Why are we sending our kids back to school?
Simple answer.
Yeah. Why? Why are we sending
We're
our kids back to
complacent.
school? We're complacent with.
Just complacent, period. And like
Okay.
raising and rearing our children.
Okay.
You know, I always bring up Sam Lindsay.
Mhm.
Sam Lindsay is so brilliant to me.
Mm-hmm.
Came from a cult, got 4 children. None of them go to school or have gone to school.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are archers, ride bulls, paint, sing, play every instrument,
Can shoot a gun.
shoot guns.
They probably
They're
farm.
now, right now, they're farm. I was just going to say that. Right now, they got a beautiful farm. And they got chickens. The youngest boy, baby boy, he has his own chickens.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed me videos the other day of him getting his eggs,
Mm-hmm.
going to pick up his eggs from the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the chicken produces green eggs, and the other one's
Wow.
brown.
Oh,
Other ones
wow.
are brown. So I
Green-
thought that's
green
cool.
eggs,
And I'm like,
man.
man, this dude has his children doing everything
Mm-hmm.
that you would aspire to do
Yeah.
as just a human being
Mm-hmm.
living and learning life.
Right.
Not stifled by a system telling you you have to stop here.
Yeah.
You know, your learning stops here, dude. Don't go past this, because once you get out there, you're gonna see that there's a bad man across the street, like on the village. None of that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he lets his kids go and explore and live and grow, and they're all brilliant.
And she said she suggested a book that
Yeah.
everybody read by Thomas Sowell
Yeah.
called Inside American Education, where she was saying that the educational system is designed to undermine the family structure and the family. So she was
Right.
basically just saying that the school system was built for them to teach your kids what they want them to know,
Mhm.
and then for them to come back and tell the parents, okay, this is what we're learning now, so you guys are stupid because you guys went back to school.
Tell me that
in
ain't
the-
so. Tell me
in
you
the
didn't think your
20s
daddy was
or in the
dumb because
30s.
he didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're like,
absolutely. The
you-
system's right. Candace is right.
And so it's propelling them to not listen to their parents though,
Yeah.
and
Rebellion.
to listen to the system versus listening to this person that's raising you, that had you, birthed you,
Yeah.
and has been raising you. Like, no, mom and dad, you're wrong. At my school, they're teaching me this and they're
Yeah.
teaching me that. So I just don't think you know, mom. You're a little bit old, and like you were around like when Jesus was born, and I just really don't think or George Washington was your friend, and I
Right.
just really don't think you know.
All of
And
that.
so I completely agree, because we heard that. We were in a meeting. Remember, we were in a meeting
Yeah.
and we heard the same thing from the gentleman we were talking to about homeschooling your children, and why this was a brilliant opportunity for us to start homeschooling our kids and
Right.
teaching them some of the things that we want them to know. And that would provoke parents
Yeah.
to go out and start researching on their own as well, and start learning some things so they can teach their kids. But I think a lot of parents were scared. A lot of parents were worried, because the parents that were out of work that were able to do it, they were like, okay, I need to get back to work because I can teach my kids all day long, but now I can't provide for them because I don't have a job,
Yeah.
And so, but then again, it could have been a great opportunity for a lot of family businesses to get started.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I can't say, but I kind of agree with her. I like the school system, and for some people, they absolutely need it. But I feel like they could be really kind of tainting our kids' ability to think freely.
Yeah. Absolutely. That system is what that is. 'Cause
And,
like
and they say college, it promotes free thinking.
They
but
say
it's-
college does.
Yeah, but it's still very, very
It's
systematic.
free controlled.
Very,
Yeah.
controlled free thinking.
Free from the house, I guess. Free from your parents' rules
Yeah.
thinking.
Mhm.
Because
Free
that's
from,
about all.
or free from religion, because that's the only thing they
That's
gripe
about
about
all,
all the
you
time.
know?
Oh, I went to college and then I started experimenting, and then I
Right.
did this and then I did that or whatever. My
Yeah.
parents were so strict; they didn't let me listen to music, blah blah blah, whatever. I
Mhm.
don't know why I'm talking in that voice, but yeah.
Right.
so-
She did hit that voice.
but
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah,
Right.
so about that next.
Yeah, man. That's what.
So I want to talk about the last place we went to eat, and I'm gonna let Bobby talk about it because he's so
Ooh-wee.
excited about it.
Man, so we pulled over at what?
Mhm.
Montana?
Yeah.
Yeah. Summer Sushi?
Summer sushi.
Summer Sushi, man. It was like a little small place. Like all the sushi places are, they all look the same when you walk in. Like the little table,
Yeah.
hand sanitizer that's about like this big, a bucket, pins or some junk, and then like another desk area that I don't even, all these places look the same.
Yeah.
But anyway, pulled up in there and sat down, saw the menu, and I saw this sushi thing that's I never seen before. It looked like a round. Instead of the sushi being long, they put it like in a circle and then a whole
Mhm.
bunch of extra junk on top of it.
hmm
That thing was fire.
What was it called?
It was called the Dynamite or something, or Ultra Dynamite.
Ultra Dynamite
It had
sushi roll.
Yeah, it had shrimp and scallops on it.
And crab.
And crab.
Yes.
This thing tastes like what you would want sushi to taste like if you ain't ever had it.
Man,
you know, you're like, I ain't never had
y'all.
sushi before, bro. And I'm afraid because, you know, you're getting that stigma, especially as a young black dude. First thing black dudes think is, you know, oh, it's all raw fish. And, you know, I don't want to eat that while trying to pull up his pants with no belt. I'm playing, that's too much. Wait a minute. But, and then they turn you down.
Yeah.
But if you presented him with this,
Yeah.
he would never say that stupid stuff again.
About
This sushi
sushi.
tastes like
It was
everything,
heavenly.
man.
It was heavenly, man.
And the fried rice tastes
And
like
then,
the fried
yeah.
rice from like when we were children.
Yes.
I don't know what it was, man, but it was great. Didn't have to put nothing on it. No
No.
soy sauce, no nothing.
Nope.
It was just great.
We got seated pretty
Yes.
much right away when we walked in.
Right.
Sat down. She came to us, gave us our water and everything. She missed Bobby's. He said he wanted water without ice.
Without ice, but it didn't matter.
But they gave him water with ice. But anyway,
Right.
so she came right back and we placed our order. It was reasonably priced.
Yeah.
And it actually filled us up. It wasn't bad.
Quan, they got a summer sushi out here? OMG is close now.
OMG was good.
is close, but
OMG,
summer's just-
OMG, we spent about $100 though on
I
OMG
know,
because it was
yeah.
what was the all you can eat?
Yes.
So the all you can eat, it was pretty good, but it actually this place trumped
yeah, it was,
OMG.
It was great.
It trumped OMG. So Suma
or
Sushi.
Suma. Yeah, however you pronounce it, whatever,
yes,
it's great.
Suma Sushi, SUMMA Sushi in Fontana. We'll look up and see if they have anywhere else. Because if they do, we are in the mix.
You dig?
For sure. So you guys, if you're tuning in, you're listening to Monday Night Special, the review, and we are going to be right back after this commercial break. Contaminated fresh water from the heart of Alabama. 1180. Support for Food for the Soul comes from 1186 Real Artesian Water. Satisfy your thirst with 1186, non-polluted, non-contaminated, fresh water from the heart of Alabama. 1186 means life. Wherever the water flows, there will be life. Go to www.eleven86water.com and order your case today.
Hey, man, y'all see my keys? Nah, dude. Y'all need to clean up in here, man. It's a mess. Man, shut up, bro. Nobody asked you. You got something to do? Hey.
Bobby is retarded, man. He sits down there and like he said, he has a lot to do, but he does a whole lot of other things. So he talks to himself randomly every
Yes.
single day, and he started to just video it. So now
yes.
it's like 3 or 4 Bobby B's doing 3 or 4 different things. So it's really crazy. But
Yes.
anyway, you guys, 1186. We said that we were going to
It
get
means
this
life.
water when we went to LA, got a chance to see our friend PR Kasha Brown and got this water. And when it means like when they say it means life, I promise you it means life. I mean,
Did you bring one for Quan?
Bobby, I didn't.
She's rude.
I was real rude.
Oh,
I
we
am
got some
so
at the house,
sorry,
and I will
Quan.
not
We
drink
got
the rest of them. I'll bring you one because they're fire.
we got it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh
I'm
my
saying
gosh.
ridiculous. So Bobby started talking about it. What are the words that you use?
This
You see,
man, I don't know.
Adjectives well.
It's phenomenal water. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what else to say besides I've said a lot today about this water,
Mm-hmm.
but it's great. It feels like you can feel it in you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like whenever you drink like cold water after not eating something,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can feel it all in your like going all the way down. It gives you that kind of sensation. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm on Waterboy, and this comes straight from Adam Sandler's curly head ad. This is right.
Yeah. So it's really, really good. So
Yes,
we're
sir.
hoping that we can get some of it out here in Vegas. So we're going to be campaigning.
BG
for-
Bistro needs to hold this.
Yeah, we're going to be campaigning for them to get this water. It is a black-owned company out of Arkansas. Black-owned company out of Arkansas. Amazing. So
Real artists
yeah.
of water.
Thank you for that, PR Kasha Brown. Anyway, so um, we're talking about a lot of stuff, and now we're going to be talking about Las Vegas news and world news before we get on with the rest of the show. So we did a story last week
Yep.
about the Las Vegas mom that was facing homelessness in 110 degree heat. She was trying to raise some money because she had lost her job, and
Right.
so CNN caught wind of it, and they did a segment on her. Reported did a segment on her, and she did a GoFundMe, and she was just trying to get $2,000 for her back rent, and ended up getting about 212,000 was the final total, I believe. And so as we were talking about it, or after we started talking about it, our guest TJ was here, and Bobby was doing his I said it. And so he shows me this article like right in the middle of Bobby doing his thing. That's why, Bobby, you got mad last week. But he was telling me that they had just dropped the story that she was lying. OMG.
What?
So she was lying. Turns out she's not the mother, and she's dating the girl's father. So the girls are her new boos, they're his children, but she admits that she has them a lot of times, and it's so funny because and I'm not trying to be funny, but when I looked at the story, I saw how dark she was, and I saw how light her kids were. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe she's dating a white guy or something like that,
Yeah.
or somebody of a different culture, because she was very dark to have those light skin, and I know that can happen, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of like, okay, come on now. And and their hair was really fine and curly and everything. And so I just kind of thought that, but I didn't want to
You want to be that
speak
guy.
on it.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Nobody did. Everybody giving didn't
I
want to
didn't-
say that
I
either.
didn't-
They're
yeah,
like,
I
I don't want to
didn't
be the
wanna
guy
say
to
that.
say that, but
But yeah, so that's what it
Right.
was. They've ended up freezing her GoFundMe account. And
GoFundMe
they-
is in there again.
Yep, and they told the donators that they can request a refund if they would like because of that story.
Man, that sucks,
So
man.
they can take all of that back, and now this lady
Have
is
they
going to
been
be
taking
deemed.
it back?
I don't know. I don't know. I just read that part. I wanted to make sure that I corrected that because we were talking about how great the story was of people just kind of giving and having a heart for her. And then we were saying how it might not have gone the same way had she not been on CNN,
Right.
because nobody would have known about her. But in her, she was like, well, I kind of use the girls, kind of as a
How did she get on
a
CNN?
sympathy plea, of course. I don't know how she got on CNN, but she said that she never in her would have imagined that people would have donated like that. So she really was kind of trying to do something a little quick, get her a little bit of money so she can get back on her feet.
She realized like stories like
didn't.
that get out,
Yeah.
it ruins
Yeah.
people who
It
want to do good.
and it ruins people who actually have a real story.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like you want to get help and now you can't.
Yeah.
Same as.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
So I just wanted to comment about that. That was sad.
That's sad, and this is sad too. Las Vegas high school seniors confused over the lack of teachers. The first day of school, there were no teachers. Showed up to Valley High School. The senior was wondering why he was having substitutes.
Right.
He showed up to his pre-calculus class at Clark County High School for his teacher to never show up.
Mm-hmm.
His father called to see what was going on at the school, and the district wasn't able to comment specifically on what happened at Clark County High School, but said that they're actively trying to fill about 680 classroom teacher positions. 680. And that goes right along with that article that we read or heard on NPR about them allowing and hiring.
I didn't hear it. but
I
you
heard it
heard
last week. They're hiring anybody for substitute teachers.
here in
and-
Vegas.
Yes, and didn't say anything about education. It said no education needed.
Wow,
Substitutes.
that is crazy.
It's like they're forcing the regular teachers out just to bring in any yahoo to teach your kids anything,
Yeah.
and wondering why the system's not working.
Yeah, and that really was sad to me that they were looking for those 680 classroom teachers.
680.
But what I feel like is, if it's not going to turn, I don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
But for years we've been talking about how you should have been paying attention and really treating your teachers with care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And really encouraging them, inspiring them, and looking out for them, because they handle your children. They handle your future. They handle your future.
Yes.
And so for you to pay them the type of wages that you pay them for them to do the job.
Have you ever
that they
known a
do,
teacher getting bad wages? Because I hear people always use that and
Yeah.
say teachers don't get paid and this and that, blah blah. But every
Yeah.
teacher that I've ever known lives in a
They're
pretty
decent
dope house,
place.
drives
Yeah.
a pretty decent ass car, and doesn't
Um.
have to pay full price for like grub anywhere. Kind of like police officers. So I don't understand what all that's about. They're not getting paid enough because these kids are bad.
I
Or
don't. I don't know. I haven't met. I know when I was teaching or substitute teaching, it wasn't the pay wasn't all that for some of the stuff. So maybe it's the stuff that they endure or they have to endure.
hmm,
Maybe just like the COVID when they were so nervous about COVID-19 and they were more concerned. They were concerned about the kids, but they weren't concerned about the teachers at all.
the teachers they walk around looking like security guards.
Yeah.
Like the shoes look kind of like you've
Yeah.
had those for a while, and they probably cost you about
Yeah,
$12.50.
they're not. So I
Yeah,
don't know if
right.
it's just the money because of what they endure. So it could be that.
I
But
think it's
anyway,
that.
I still feel like, that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
But it could push the kids back to where Candace Owens is saying they should be anyway. So this next article is World News, and I wanted to talk about that real quick.
Boom.
So an entire Georgia school district shut down less than 2 weeks after classes began after at least 76 students and 67 staff reportedly got COVID-19. The school officials said at least 76 students tested positive for the disease and 679 were in quarantine. The shutdown occurred less than 2 weeks after the school year began, and they say that there will not be any virtual instruction. So check this out. You got to hear this part. So, during this 2-week pause, they said no instruction will take place. Officials said in a statement in the Ware County School District, which is where I guess this was, but they said in season, extracurricular practices and competitions will continue as scheduled.
What?
In season.
So you're saying they're gonna keep
Extracurricular
tennis, but they're gonna get rid of calculus?
Yeah.
Ah,
They're keeping football, and they're still having practices,
Mhm.
but they're not going to have education or teaching for 2 weeks, as people are.
It feels like this. You ever like try to start a lawnmower that has a little bit of gas in it, and you can like pull a thing. You
Just a little bit, yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It feels like that's how this world's been for the past couple years. Like they've been just trying to start it, and it just will not start. There's no sense in even trying to go back to this old system. It's done. Get rid of it.
It's ridiculous. LaDonna said they do need a raise because they work hard for our children. And so basically,
Just like the security guard
yeah.
that takes care of your $100 million asset on the side of the football field
Yeah,
for $100.
yeah,
What
right.
the hell is even that?
You're right.
You mean I'm walking this dude to the car, trying to keep somebody from mugging this dude for $100 punk ass dollars?
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
is this dude getting paid this to throw this pigskin around anyways?
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about the system being changed,
Oh
that
my
needs
gosh.
to shift.
Oh my gosh, Bobby.
Students are okay. They're
yeah,
not
he's
like
gonna-
barely making it. I mean,
yeah,
teachers, they're not
yeah.
barely, they need to get paid more, but they're not barely making it
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people who really make sure that the people that you idolize are taken care of.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? So you can continue to look at your idols.
And just look at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at my idols and then be like them.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yep.
Anyway, so so the school district, it said they had about 950 employees in total, and there are just over 5,000 students enrolled in the Ware County School District, according to the officials. So
Wow.
5,900 students are not attending school right now, nor are the 950 employees in that school district, but the people who are doing sports are still working.
So they getting endorsements or something?
I don't know. I don't even know. I just think it's
booty
just
mix,
dumb.
whatever.
It's really, really
It
dumb.
sounds like some
and
Atlanta. I ain't
LaDonna,
trying to
same
judge
thing.
Atlanta wrong, but that just sounds like some Atlanta type stuff.
And LaDonna said
Yeah.
the same thing. Priorities, people.
Come on.
Priorities, priorities, priorities. And so we want to talk about our event that we hosted this past weekend.
Why do you host it so? You say that so cavalier, like you didn't put it on, orchestrate it,
okay,
get all the
so-
background stuff done,
okay,
do all that,
okay,
host
so
it.
so
That's weird.
all of the all of the stuff I did this past week
Right.
and this past weekend, like I said, I was super busy. PR Kasha Brown and myself, Brown Girl Inc. Agency, like I said again, shout out to her, and Food for the Soul Media Group. We threw an event this
Yeah.
past weekend in LA, and it was called the Hype Industry Mixer, and it was based around the show The Hype. It's a
And
new
Fast
show
Review.
it's a new show that just came out, that's similar to Project Runway, that Offset is one of the judges,
Mhm.
and a friend of Kasha's was actually on the show, so we
Yeah.
wanted to show her some love, and we did this big event, and it turned out
The event was
Yeah,
hyper than the show.
it turned out more
Right.
amazing than we could have ever thought. But yeah,
Yeah.
we put it all together, and I had a lot to do with it. But I want to talk about, before you talk about the event and how you felt it went, because Bobby was a feature there. Um, talk about L.A. and how many damn homeless people are in LA. I thought that Vegas was bad. And I guess coming from Dallas, but then I'm born and raised in California, LA specifically,
Yeah.
around suburbs of Los Angeles, but I never went to Skid Row when I was out there. Like never. My
What?
parents never took me by. I never went. So I never saw it in person. The years I lived out there, because I moved when I was about 23, 24.
Yeah.
So they say that that LA has the largest homeless population in the United States.
That's
Over
devastating.
6,000 people are homeless on Skid Row.
Yeah.
And it's like so many blocks. They said about 57 blocks of homeless people.
Mhm.
Were we not right near that place, Bobby?
Yeah, it was right across the street, man. The city smelled like a pissy mattress. Driving around, I was like, this looks like Colombia. Like what I can imagine Panama, some junk looking like. Why is there lane dividers? You should be able to drive wherever you want here because
Oh, driving is terrible.
yeah, what 60 cases driving there and back of let me just drive in the left lane because I can. All California plates. So what I'm looking at is they must have skipped the whole driver's ed thing. You
Yeah.
know, just threw that out the window.
Yeah.
Just hey, here's some keys and just figure out how to get away from drive-bys. You know, because man, there's no
yeah.
rules. It's just kind of like, and I think because of all of that super liberal living that they wanted to have,
Mhm.
the city looks like it does.
Yeah.
The LA proper looks sad.
Yeah.
It looks like 500 prayer warriors need to go there and then throw a lit match under it.
Yeah.
It's bad. I felt bad for the people there, man. I was like, what is this? It's like everybody has to be pretentious. Everybody has to pretend to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of all that fake shit, really make it so that way y'all city doesn't look like somebody came through here with a bulldozer.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It was bad. And it's like, it's the Skid Row is apparently
It's LA, right?
It's very near Hollywood, right?
But isn't LA Skid Row? I mean,
Well,
now, because last time I went, the whole city didn't look like skiddy like it does now. It looks.
yeah, it looked really,
I was hurt.
and I can
Yeah.
say that being from there and going
Right.
back, because I've been back. I went back in 2019 when I went to the BET. Then I went 2017,
Yeah.
and it didn't even look like that then. So I'm thinking, I don't know if COVID had a lot to do with it, but we were at the Westin, and the Westin, I mean, the Westin. So you have this nice hotel that you're
Yeah.
staying at, but then 6 minutes away, it's like, what in the entire world is this?
Yeah, downtown looked like New Orleans threw up on Fort Worth.
Shut
Yeah. It was, man, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But let's
Yeah.
talk about the event itself after
Man.
we've talked about the city. So
I
bad.
like,
And I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry. I just want to say the event was great. You did great.
Thank you.
PR Kasha Brown did great.
Yeah.
A lot of people wouldn't have Getty Images if it wasn't for y'all.
Yeah.
Like y'all blessed so many people, man. You have
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah.
You know, and seeing the people that we saw, the influence pop up because y'all put this together,
Yeah.
it was great, man. Jasmine Davis.
Yeah.
Jasmine Davis is A1 in my book. Jasmine Davis can pretty much almost slap my mom's and still be good in my book.
Yeah.
Solid person to me,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, and the character that she plays on the show,
Yeah.
that strong, loving character,
Mhm.
seems like that's really what she is, you know.
You think so?
So yeah, I felt like if anything else, if the event was complete weak water and all I saw was pretenders, and then Jasmine, the whole thing would have been great.
Okay.
So
Did you get a
Yeah.
chance? You got a chance to meet Murph too, though,
Murph
right?
is cool. Murph's cool. Murph be in her zone,
Yeah.
you know. So I understand her. I understand what, you know. I
Yeah.
get it.
Because at the party, because the party was for her,
Yeah.
because she was on the hype. You guys got to go watch it. It's on HBO Max, and so people get voted off, similar to the Project Runway,
Right.
where you get voted off and everything. And she spoke at the end of the show, and she was just saying how she felt like they kind of painted her in a bad light,
Mhm.
and that's what Hollywood
I heard
will
her
do
say
to you.
that.
They
No,
will
it's-
they
yeah.
will they
Right.
will come and get your talent and exploit it, for
Mhm.
however they want to exploit it. And that's why I'm so excited about so many independents coming out and trying to kind of do their own thing and keep their money in their
Yeah.
hands and not go so Hollywood. But there's still so many people out there who are begging, like, just give me my shot. And that's
Right.
how I felt like this party was to me. I'm not a movie star chaser by any
Yeah.
means, so that's why it was easy for me to do the party because I wasn't like, oh my God, look who responded. Oh my God, look who's coming.
Right.
Of course, I was excited about.
I was
people,
excited about the
yeah,
media popping up, like
yeah,
Revolt and all the people that said they're gonna be
yeah,
there. I was like, oh yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Christ
About people coming. Sheen magazine that
Can we get
came.
calls, y'all?
Sheen magazine that came.
Mike Mitch said he's trying to call.
Is he trying to call?
Yeah.
I don't know. So Mike, we're waiting for you to call, so we'll talk about it. And
Sheen on the scene.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sheen and Kasha, that's her family. Mark G, who
Mark
was
G.
one of the photographers.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a lot of media out there that covered stuff, but I still feel like it's kind of like the people were hungry for something, and it's kind of like, do you really need to be that?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
just so. Yeah, like one fella, man, you know, he had the balls to say this, and I commend him on this because this is, you know, he asked me what I do outside the hotel. You know,
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm a creator.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, you follow me on IG, and if I connect, I'll follow you back.
Yeah.
First of all, we ain't finna connect right now because you said if I connect, follow me first, and we lost a connection already.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
what?
So go up the street with split jack wearing that. I'm not finna be your buddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
like,
be your
come on.
cheerleader and clapping on you for you on social media.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything here. We're not
Yeah.
gonna have anything there.
Right.
Kick rocks.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you on saying that. So that way I can already know,
Yeah.
nah,
what
let
it
me
is.
lose this screenshot. I don't need this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mike,
So-
you might have to comment, Mike, about your experience at. Oh,
can
he
call.
is there. He can call. Is he on there now? Okay.
Mike Mitch, what's happening?
Am I live?
You're
Am I
live. You're
Yeah,
live.
Am I on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're live.
Hey, man.
Mhm.
First off, let me just say this. It was beautiful seeing y'all in y'all element, seeing y'all do what y'all been working so hard for all these years. It was a pleasure. It was an honor to be able to, come show up and see y'all do your thing. The venue itself was dope. I used to work at the W,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, Hollywood right
Yeah.
here, and the one in Westwood. So just seeing all those people, man, having a good time. I laugh about LA people now, man, because I am a native, born and raised, and it's so funny to me. Everybody's so carefree almost, but I do know what you're talking about. Skid Row is everywhere now in
Yes,
Los
yeah.
Angeles. So and where you turn, you see overpasses, and that's a sad thing. Hurts my heart every time I go home. But overall, man, that event was dope. It was super dope, man. The vibe was had some real good people in there, some notable people that I even follow and
Yeah.
kind of keep up with. So it was a good event. Definitely a hell of a good turnout. So I'm proud of y'all, man. It was dope.
Man,
Thank
appreciate
you,
you, man.
Mike. We
Man,
appreciate
man, it's
it.
good seeing y'all. Y'all look beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Golly.
We'll talk about the other
Hey,
stuff
man.
Bobby said
That's-
later.
Yeah, for sure. We can do that.
Yep, like that. So are we to my favorite part of the show, or are we still on?
Huh. Are we? Oh, Mike, is he on? Yeah. All right. Cool. So we're almost to your favorite part of the show, but I wanted you to talk about. I think you wanted to talk about artists.
Oh yeah,
You said something about artists that you wanted to bring up on the
Yeah.
show, so I want to make sure you don't forget
yeah.
to bring it up. Do
Oh
you
yeah.
remember what you were
yeah,
talking
I
about?
said
Mhm.
in these type of events,
Mhm.
though it be beautiful, it's not really set up for people like visual artists like myself and the other lady who paints.
Yeah.
Especially in the dark. It was dark for me. It was dark, so I couldn't be seen anyway.
Mhm.
But if you want to know the forecast of what's going on, how money's moving in your city, test it with art. Because I think that people who spend money on art, once you get to that level where you can do that, money's good.
Yeah.
Like they used to say about when Bill Clinton was in office, you could tell by the economy or how great the economy is by how short skirts get.
Mhm. Okay.
So women's skirts get shorter, then the economy's better. That's what I don't know who came up with that, but
Who knows?
I look at the same
Mhm.
kind of forecasting when I see how people spend on art,
Okay.
and how people, and we had a couple people that came there and, I want to support and
Yeah.
what you got, and, hit you with the same curvy
Yeah.
lines. Like I can read all this. I've been doing this. You don't
Yeah.
have to be so pretentious.
And crazy part is when you said about the support. I was watching them. It's a Man's World, and I don't remember who. I just know that they had a guest on there, and he said to stop saying support,
Yeah.
and
shout
I
out to
was
this man.
all in support of him saying that because
Right.
he was like, when we keep saying, "Hey, yeah, support my homie," well, why don't y'all come support? Well, support black businesses, support this, support that, and all these things. And he's saying, why don't you just buy our stuff because it's dope?
Yeah.
Why don't you just buy it because of that? Not, well, hey, go support, because when you say support, it's kind of like it feels like a handout the way you say it, or it feels like charity.
Check this out. This is
And-
something that just hit me when you said that.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not trying to be Answer me this, Quan. Now, do like white people buy knockoff North Face?
Not that I know of.
That's what I'm saying. So why is it cool for in the black community, if I want to be an artist or creator, I could just put all kind of Louis Vuitton shit all over it. Now it's sellable. Like, why is that? Why can't Louis just get their own pay for their own logo and you come up with your own?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I never seen like a knockoff, I don't know, Bass Pro hat or something that, you know, more black people don't wear, not black brands.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any knockoffs of those brands.
I don't know, baby.
It's weird to me, man. We need to start doing our own thing and supporting our own thing. If you want to say you want to support your own thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Knockoff Fubu. Where's the knockoff Fubu at? They did that for like, what, 6 years? He came through and shut that down. So, I don't know.
And buy it because it's dope.
Right.
Not just saying, oh yeah, I'm supporting my friend, you know, and this, she got her little business. And whenever somebody say little,
right, yeah.
Whenever somebody say little,
I ain't finna see this again.
you know,
you can't buy this.
Yeah.
This is not for you.
Don't
Go
call
to
myself little. She got a little business over there. I see a little shop, you know, doing
shop
all.
you with this ticket. Little shop that. You have to take out a mortgage to buy this now.
You know, and
this is
so,
art.
and I agree with you. The, some venues or events are just not set up for people like you,
Right?
Because you're coming in there as an artist, and I believe that we missed the mark on that just a little bit, because I know Kasha's vision was similar to it being very artistic, which means that it probably should have been a smaller scale, on a smaller scale, you know, some nice jazz or some type of music, you know, with all that type of stuff where people are coming to see the art, spoken word or something like that or whatever. But this was more of a party event. People was coming to get their groove on, like that one lady that came, she stayed on the floor the whole night. DJ was like, what?
She was sweating and everything.
Just, man, you hear me?
She had her bra on.
She didn't come. It wasn't really.
But she had her shirt super open, like she was Tom Selleck. So I was like, okay, do your thing, man. Go ahead, sweating like a mom.
So it was cool. So it was basically just a red carpet event, but we did get some good things from it. And Bobby got a chance, so he is now a Getty image, which is cool because that's what a lot of artists aspire to be. Because for whatever reason, Getty has they learned the formula, and so now if you have a Getty image, it means that you have arrived a little bit. It means
so dancing ass Dr. Dapper, shout out to my wife and thank her and her her team for getting you a Getty. You know.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all. And I wanted to make sure that I was able to bring in the little people, you know what I'm saying? Like the people who don't get a chance to be on at these different types of events. So because I had the opportunity of sending out the RSVPs and vetting the people that were coming, I vetted a lot of people. You know, when you look on there, you're like, okay, well, let me see how many followers you have and let me see this. No, man, you know what I'm saying? If you're dope and you want to come, go ahead and come on and try and get your network on, because that's what it's for. We should be reaching out to other people and lifting each other up, because you didn't get to where you were without somebody lifting you up.
But that's hard to do out there,
saying?
Man, because it's gotten so fake and synthetic and add water that you got to do that in front of people. So if you can get people to see you getting accolades, then you're good. Because as soon as I started presenting, now everybody went, oh, let me go over here and, you know.
Yeah, because they came up as soon as you presented your
I've been sitting here since before this thing started. And you walked by 3 times.
Yeah, but when you presented your art to Jasmine Davis, and Jasmine was like, oh my God, I love it. Then they're like, oh, who's he? Yeah. But that's the name of the game. That's what it is. And that's kind of what we did. But I was excited about it, and it did go very, very well. So shout out to everybody that came. Yeah. Photos and pictures will be coming.
And videos, soon. A lot of good videos. Fuel, thanks for coming, dude.
Fuel, shout out Steve.
Fuel, man, you rock. You my dude.
Shout out
I would actually go back to LA to hang out with him. Yeah. But I'm not going back to LA.
Fired up Thursdays. But it's Fired Up Media Group. That's his group.
Yep.
So shout out to him. Like we said, shout out to Sheen. Shout out to Jasmine Davis. Shout out to Miriam. And I just forgot her last name just that quick. Haynes? Is it Haynes?
Shout out to Richie Loco for pulling through too, man. He's a real cat.
Yeah.
He's a real dude. You tell he's a family man who just does his thing.
Yeah. And respect. So we had a good time. It was cool.
Yep.
So now we're to your show.
Now it's my favorite part of the show. It's the Crate It or Hate It. So if you got some dope music or something that you'd like to get an honest review of, shoot that on over to us.
Man, you hear me? So go to our website, www.foodforthesoulmediagroup.press, and go to Crate It or Hate It. Submit your music or email us at foodforthesoulpresents.com for more information.
You dig? And tonight we're going to be reviewing a Christian duo group named Bridgewater.
Husband and wife.
Husband and wife.
Yeah, make sure
duo.
you say that.
Let's say that because Well, it's a video, so they're gonna be able to see that anyway.
You ain't even gonna be able. You don't know for sure.
Oh,
Just
man,
say
she
it.
tried it. Bridgewater.
Say it. I do a lot with my announcements, my tech notes. So.
One throne, one crown. You can never vote him out. At the mention of his name, every knee got a bow. Turn the whole world upside down like it's never been the same. To the lion and the lamb. Long, long little cake. Long, long little cake. Yeah, yeah. Long, long little cake. Turn the whole world upside down like it's never been the same. To the lion and the lamb. Long, long little cake.
My God never loses his relevance. His presence is better than medicine. Because of his mercy and grace, I was safe in the mess that I should have been buried in. I should have died in my yesterday. If you counted me out, that was your mistake. Cause I serve a God in the heavens who gave me the power to overcome anything. Why would I lie? The highest of the high, Adonai, lion of the tribe, been on my side. How can I lose? I don't move how I used to, cause I came through standing on truth. Deliver me from my ambition if it's gonna make me miss out on your presence. And I let them say what they say. If they hate me for truth, then at least I know they heard the message.
One throne, one crown.
All
You
right.
can never vote him out. At the mention of his name, every knee got a bow. Turn the whole world upside down like it's never been the same. To the lion and the lamb. Long, long little cake.
All right, Bob.
Long, long little cake.
What you think?
How many do we got?
We got another one.
Okay, let me get both of them in real
Okay.
quick.
So the other one is Grace.
Word.
What can I say? What can I say? Where would I be if it wasn't for grace? Oh, happy day. Where would I be if it? What can I say? What can I say? Where would I be if it wasn't for grace? Oh, happy day. We lift you high. We lift you high. We lift you high. We lift you high. We lift you high.
Tears and black mascara running through concealer. I see my worst critic every day when I look in the mirror. The hardest water when it's one we never see. I love with all my heart and the one who I forgot to love was me. Silent trauma, still dealing with some issues on how I was brought up. Molested as a child and memories still come up. It makes me question how I'm doing as a mother. Cause I don't wanna mess up. I've been through hell and survived. I trusted people that lied. I had to go through the fire. Mad cause I came out alive. Mad cause I choose to the wire. I had suicidal thoughts. Made bad decisions. I burned bridges. My life is filled with faults. He nailed to the cross.
What can I say? What can I
Whoa.
say? Where would I be if
So
Yay,
what
Bridgewater.
you
What's going on,
think?
man? I dig it. I dig the sound. I dig their musicality and their unity
Okay.
and what they do. They seem like a, cohesive unit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much music they do
Mm-hmm.
or if they have like their own unique sound,
Mm-hmm.
but I can appreciate them using, I guess, the current wave
Mm-hmm.
to spread
The
their
gospel.
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I followed Christina for a long time because we actually worked together. She's an actress as well, and
Yeah.
so that's how I met her. And they were just kind of coming up with their rap game and everything. I know that they were doing it, but now they have just kind of blown up.
Yeah.
I mean, just like really, really blown up. What I appreciate about them, like you said, is their cohesiveness because it really looks like and feels like they are one. Like
Right.
it feels like they are husband and wife,
Right.
and they're able to present, but they're able to present in a way that I think is captivating enough to a kid that may listen to whatever music is out now
Yes.
and they can still relate to their music. And when I watch them, I've watched them perform a couple of times and they're like super
But it's not
super
even
hype. They're
it's not even so
super-
much
oh,
the
they're
kids.
hype.
They're like married couples who
Yeah.
want to listen to the idea of music,
right.
but not so much hear all the smut music.
Yes, yes.
So,
And
yeah.
I agree, but I'm saying as far as like what hip hop it
Right.
pushes out, the hip hop is for a lot of the younger generation.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they've been able to capitalize on that sound so it doesn't sound so churchy. Because remember, you always give a lot of gospel rappers
Yeah.
a bad rap sometimes because you're like, you can tell they're a gospel rapper.
Right.
So as soon as somebody who is in the world, if my job or what I'm trying to do is actually reach the world, but my sound is real churchy or kind of old 90s or 80s, then the kids automatically turn off. So they're
Right.
not listening to you anymore.
And that's why Toby, he kind of shut the market down because he came in with his own.
Who, Toby Mac?
His name's not Mac.
Who? Toby who?
The new Toby.
What new Toby?
I know Toby's a gospel rapper name, but the one from Houston, I can't say his
Oh,
last
I don't
name.
know. I don't
You
know.
can't say his last name?
What is it?
It's hard to say.
It is.
Okay. The Quan was finna really get on the mic and say, I'm gonna say it. It is
Nibagwe, I think.
Okay.
But
So
yeah, like he has
oh,
his
you're
own.
talking about him.
He has his own thing.
Mhm.
You know, like if you hear somebody else sounding like him, you're like, oh, he sounds like him.
Yeah.
It's not Toby sounds like somebody else.
Right. Oh yeah, he came in crushing.
Yeah.
He came in crushing. And you kind of had to hear his backstory to know that he was a believer, because you're like, what? Who is he?
And that's
know,
that's
and-
what it needs to be.
and
You
that's
don't-
cool.
You know,
Yeah.
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 That makes sense.
That's
He's
cool.
good.
And I like Andy Mineo too. I like the new coming in. I'm
He's
coming
not
in hot
new.
or something. I said I like the new coming
Oh.
in hot. So, boy, I
Oh.
know who he is, and I know he's not new.
Oh, my
Thank
bad.
you. I don't know a whole
I
lot
miss
about hip
Curvin,
hop,
man.
but
Where's
I
Curvin at? Anybody
I don't-
heard from Curvin?
I don't know what the heck happened to him. We only
I
had
hope he didn't go out with BBJ. BBJ was on some stuff, man. He
What?
turned into some
yeah.
I don't know, strange guy. But
that's
yeah,
the
Curvin
same-
was off the chain.
Same thing that Tone X did though.
You
same
talking
thing.
about
Tone
B
X.
Slade?
Yeah.
I
B
saw a
Slade.
video of him yesterday. He's
Yeah.
still blowing up.
Yeah. As B Slade, but not
Yeah.
Tone X. Like
But he was at
Lord,
a church.
Lord make me
This
over.
video was
You're not that though.
oh.
So yeah, we won't talk about that. Coming in hot.
Well, he
LaDonna said.
looked like about 60% of the people at that party. The
LaDonna said-
straight brim, the beard,
Yeah.
the jacket. He looked like
Yeah.
everybody the
Yeah.
same, you know. Yeah. LaDonna said who? I'm sorry.
She said, coming in hot, that's her jam.
See?
And she loves Andy Mineo. So, first song, 1 to 10 mics. What you got?
Oh, 1 to 10 mics.
What'd I say?
Why are
What
we
say?
giving them all? Okay.
What are we saying? 1 to 10? What
Yeah,
did I say
we'll-
before? Did I say 1 to 5?
Yeah, we'll go with
1
we'll
to
go
5.
with- for the
Okay.
first song, I'm gonna go with 7,
1. Okay.
and the second song I'll go with 9.
Maybe I said 1
But
to
the
10
sound on
because
both
she
of them was
said
great.
10.
Yeah.
So, first song 7,
Yes,
second song 9.
yes.
I give the first song 9,
Mhm.
and the second one, I think I'll give it a 9 too. I just
Oh.
I like the visuals. I really like the visuals, and I'm
I didn't
excited.
like the visuals in the second one at all.
I did, and I'm excited that they are starting to use visuals to push their to promote
yeah,
their albums and everything, because that's what that's where we're going to right now. So if
I
you
just
see the
encourage them
visuals,
to do all of them, but while they
What?
still can,
what you mean?
just do them. Like don't get typecast
Okay,
mimicking somebody else, because you get stuck in that and you'll
Yeah.
have to end up doing that forever. So
Yeah.
find your man, this is us, and don't nobody had us, and do it and feel embarrassed and all that,
I
because
think-
you'll create a trend.
I think that some of their other songs, if you go and Google them or YouTube
Yeah, I'd
them,
love
Brid-
to send it to me. I
Brid-
want to check
Brid-
them out.
Bridgewater, that they
I'll
have
save it right now.
they have other sounds that are not just that sound, because I think these are all newer that I found, so they're
Okay.
they just came out. But before, they have, because he's a vocalist, so he sings.
He's a producer,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, and he really sings. So I'm saying he
Well then,
it's
yeah,
not just auto tune, but he's actually singing for real.
yeah.
And then and they have, I want to say they have 4 kids or 5 kids
Oh
now.
yeah,
I
they're
think.
super blessed.
Have 5 kids now, and they're just doing
The
their
kids
thing.
rap.
I don't know, but those were their kids in the video, so that's why I kind of like the second one. I like
Yeah.
that they incorporated their kids and they talked about some real life issues that that
Yeah.
they were going through, and because a lot of times
Topical. Her verse in the second was hard.
Yeah.
Her verse in that second song.
in the
was a
second
10.
one, yeah, because it's
Straight up.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you come out here and you're talking about, when we listen to rap, sometimes they say they're talking about their reality,
Right.
but you don't, sometimes in gospel rap you're not really hearing their realities, really. Sometimes they're kind of talking about how Jesus saved me,
Right.
how he did this, how he did
Because
that,
it's unsafe.
but
They don't allow it.
but we're not hearing the backstory. So
Right.
if the backstory, you struggling with this or struggling with that, you can't say it on your record, or why can't you say it? Is it because the church is gonna kick you out? Like what?
They keep trying to demonize Leandria because she
Yeah.
has a real history.
Yeah.
She's a human being.
Yeah, we talked about her on the show too. Like her, she's just Leandria. That's it. God
Yeah.
anointed her with a voice. She uses her voice, but she is a human being like everybody else, man. Let that lady breathe. Let her live. You know what I'm saying? Because her struggle is not your struggle, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If she's praying to God and asking God to help her and heal her, let her do that. Stop demonizing her for every doggone thing she does. Because she also, no matter how you look at it, she's an entertainer.
You know what
She
I mean?
gets on there, she entertains us, ministers to us, whatever you want to call it. She's on a stage and we're looking at her like this.
Yeah.
She has to be
Entertain.
presentable. Yeah, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all. Because if it was really ministry, in my personal opinion, we wouldn't see nobody
True that.
on the cool. Like, why would we care what they look like? If ministry, just minister to me and let it sound good to my ears. If God is breathing through you, I don't have to see what you look like. Do I?
Unless that's being used as a part of your acceptance.
Maybe.
You know, because some people just don't receive things from certain people who are not aesthetically pleasing to them, and that's just what it is.
Okay.
So if that's what it's used, if that's what's used to get your message across, then so be it.
I guess. Well, you guys, no more Monday night movie review. We are going back to our Fan Friday movie reviews
Can't wait.
because we do this show on Mondays, and we have heard that you guys have been missing us, and so we're going to be starting those again in September. If you guys have movies you want us to review and get our opinion on, let us know. We're really
Yes.
excited about that, you guys, because we love movies, and that's pretty much all we do out here because we don't go out. We are at the end of our show. We want to thank you, our viewers and listeners, for hanging out with us. We do not have any yeah, I said it, or why should you care, because we just didn't have time to do it. So anyway, but tune in every week Mondays at 7:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on Vegas Hype Media and on our FB page and YouTube station. Also, we are looking for sponsors as always. So if you like what you hear every week, consider sponsoring a show or your business with us. And if you want to be a guest on the show, we are looking for you to hit us up at foodforthesoulpresents@gmail.com. Stay tuned in for new show segments, new In the Mix with Kasha Brown on the red carpet coming soon, and some other cool review segments. So
Yep.
tune in as we bring you the latest. Our show tonight has been sponsored in part by 1186 Water,
You already know it.
and as always, Orlay Worldwide.
Bye-bye.
Wrap. See you later.